did things between James and Matt go yesterday?
Do you remember him?
Oh,
Otherwise, I won't be going, what?
as good as
Is it squashed or nah?
it's as squashed it can be. I mean, it was just kind of an exercise where they had to, you know, they're gonna have to learn to respect each other regardless, and that's all it was.
That's,
you know, it was just lack of respect.
That's the number one problem
Yeah.
I'm hearing in this gang. I
Yes.
can't lie. Is respect, you know?
And it's not necessarily something you can even like enforce. They're just gonna have to learn. And what I pretty much said to one sec. Cheers, mate.
You do your thing.
Paddy, mate, you might want to help Max out because he's proper shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my god, damn.
Nah, I'll ring you soon, Denzel.
Okay, yeah, so let's. Yeah, we had a conversation. They both said how each other, like how they felt. You know, what I mean, they kind of aired it all out, and then pretty much what was said is, you know, going forward, you know, if you have any issues, like actually speak about them with each other rather than because it was they were both kind of on the energy. Whereas Matt was like, well, if you speak to me in a certain way, I'm going to give it back to you. And then James was like,
which
well,
is adding fuel to the fire,
yes.
you know?
And James was like, well, I haven't spoke to you in that certain way. So I suppose it was literally just a case of Matt thinks he has, he said he hasn't. You know, so it's all come from that. But going forward, they're just gonna have to learn to respect each other. And then what I said to, obviously, let's be honest, Matt was James just didn't like the comments about the arcade and him being an arcade grinder or whatever, that kind of stuff, right?
It's like it's just like weird
I said,
right?
you know what I mean? Stop with them kind of comments. That's what he's kind of complaining about the most. And then I just said to James afterwards on his own, I said, at the end of the day, you know, if he chooses not to listen from here, you know, and continues to, you know, act in that way after you've had a one-on-one conversation with him, you know, as a member of the gang, then, you know, bring that to Patar, and I'm sure that will be dealt with going forward. Because at the end of the day, there's no reason for him to be saying that when he's been asked, you know, not to say it. Like James has literally said, I don't mind you saying anything else, but that, like, specifically is something that I don't want to be called. So
yeah, and
you just gotta respect
we
it.
Should have
it's
respect.
like me with the BSK thing. Do you remember when I didn't particularly enjoy that? So I said to the boys, and then everyone kind of don't get me wrong, I don't care as much now, but I suppose it was at that time it was different, you know?
Yeah, at that time, like you were just fresh out of things, and you know there was a lot in the air, and it's just having that respect for one and each other, and it's like,
Oh yeah, no, it's very base level.
I think I need to make like an exercise where like the boys actually have to get together and respect each other. And I don't know. It's like dealing with children, but also like it's the balance of not ruining the gang and making it a very regimented military style gang.
Yeah.
And having the boys actually listen and respect each other. It's like, how do you teach people the simple basics of life that will get you places, you know?
I mean, no, exactly. I mean, I don't really know. Yeah. And that's literally what it is. It's, you know, if they've never had to respect someone before, then that's showing here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's almost like if you get given everything that you have without really having to work for it. And I'm not saying that, like I said, people haven't. But it just seems that you seem to have, like, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna send them on an Oxy run together.
I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest. I think they've been okay today.
Have they?
I don't know.
I heard they were bashing Winston a little bit.
Were they?
In a sense of like calling him old in front of the ballers, this and that, and taking the piss out of him in front of the ballers and shit.
Oh right. Has Winston said this to you?
Yeah, but like keep this on the low because I'm gonna have a chat with them because I think that's the thing is they need to set certain boundaries with certain people that require more respect, who aren't childish and banter oriented, you know, who I guess people would say is like quote unquote boring in a sense. But the thing is, everything's thrown behind banter, you know.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
exactly. I mean, I had no idea this had been done this morning.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have a little chat with everyone and just tell them, you know, like I want us to respect each other a little bit more. Some people, you know, like make sure if they are more of like a respectful person, make sure we're respecting them, and let's not take the piss out of each other in front of other people, you know. I don't think Winston minds it in front of the boys, But it's when he gets belittled in front of other people, it's more like ugh, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, especially with our history, we do have a pattern of belittling each other in front of other people, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, right? I think this is. I say at the end of the day a lot. I've realised.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's a very hard thing to instill because you're either of that mindset where you show respect or you act a certain way, and it is ego. I mean, everyone has an ego. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
admittedly,
yeah,
but I don't need to put others down to make myself feel better. You know what I mean? Like, I know my lane, I stay in it, and that kind of thing. But at the same time, especially with your family, with your gang, it shouldn't necessarily be. You don't need to humiliate others in front of other people. At the end of the day, like, yeah, it's funny and it's a laugh, but if people are taking offense to it, then it is what it is, and it needs to be dealt with.